Quinn, go ahead and try it.
Hello.
Nope, I
It's
heard
a little bit, but not as bad. Okay. So we were. It is annoying, maybe, but we'll go with it.
Really?
So you're applying the exponent to not just a product, but to a fraction.
Yeah, that's good.
Are we gonna be able to handle this, or do I need to relocate you somewhere else? Okay. So you're still applying the exponent through each of the exponents in the product, but also in the denominator. And so for a real quick review, this would be 3 to the third, x to the 12th, and the 3 is still going to go to the 4, which would be 4 to the third. And to simplify this, you have 27x to the 12th over 64. Do those two reduce?
Yeah.
Yes.
By 2.
27 is not an even number, so it's not by 2. 3 doesn't go into 64. Do you remember what the divisibility test for 3 is?
Yeah, if you add.
Add them
add
and
the
if it's
numbers together.
divisible by 3, then you can do it.
Is anyone here?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, I hear it too.
It's like they're trying to find my battery rack.
I think it's 500.
It's
Or
not in this room, is
It's
it?
a metal detector, and you found metal.
Okay, so then we had quotients of powers. Anything to the 0th power is, anything to the 0th power is always 1. I went through and explained why, just trust me. Anything to the 0th power is 1. Okay? And you can watch the video
Oh, snap.
on my YouTube channel if you need to.
Wait, you have. Let's watch it right now.
Nah. Alright, anything to the 0th power, we can just rewrite this y to the 0th as 1. And so it's just x to the 5th over x to the 3rd. That simplifies to x to the 2nd. John, here's what we were dealing with. The x to the 0th, or the y to the 0th goes to 1, so I just left it off. And then if we were adding exponents when we multiplied, then what would we do when we were dividing?
You would subtract.
Subtract.
Good job,
So that
John.
would be x, or 5 minus the 3 on the bottom, so that's x squared. Yeah, we were working through these. How could we simplify this expression? Mal?
To make the exponent positive, you have to put it on the bottom.
Okay. So I need to take the end of the negative 5th and I'd put that on bottom.
And then put the r in the negative 2 on top.
And then I would just leave this one.
Oh, I remember this
So you
part
can just
now.
flip them then.
You flip them is how you change the sign.
That.
Remember the little turnstile thing?
So if you have 2 negatives.
Yeah, you just replace, or you just exchanging those two in that case. On this one, I believe I showed on this one to go ahead and just reduce your 5 and your 20, negative 1/4, and then I had you just leave your stuff on top.
Or you could switch the R to the U.
You can do that. I'm going to go ahead and take everything that's on bottom though, move it to the top, and then I'll be able to look at that. So my r to the 2nd is an r to the negative 2nd. I'll be able to look at that as a product, and then I can just add my exponents on my like denominator, or like variable. So my sum of my r's, I don't have another one, is negative 3. T to the 4th, t to the negative 2nd is t to the negative 3rd, e to the 5th.
What about R2?
You have
Where is our, oh, I did leave that off, didn't I? My bad, I didn't see it. So I'd make that negative 5, and then we want to write those negative exponents as positives on bottom.
Oh, jeez.
Same thing. We did one of these, didn't we, before we left?
I don't.
Try C. Try C.
how to do it.
Does it echo as much?
I
can
can't
hear it.
without
I
the
can
mic?
hear it every single
Well,
time.
you have to be paying attention to hear it. Like, you have to purposely like, focus on it.
No, I was just funny.
I seriously cannot hear what you guys are talking
Well,
about.
Me
it's because
neither,
you're
John.
too far away.
I can't.
It's closer.
I don't know what, I
I
can't
can't
hear
hear
it.
it.
I can't hear it.
It's kind of like that dog call.
Quack, quack.
Put that high squeal and adults can't hear it.
Hold on.
Is that an actual real thing? Like,
Yeah.
I wanna blow a dog whistle.
There's certain pitches that
See.
Oh,
humans,
yeah. But dogs
human,
can't.
well that too, but there's even pitches that kids can hear that adults can't hear.
But adults can hear
like
some.
whales and echolocation.
Something like that.
We did a dog whistle, but no one could hear it but our bus driver.
Oh yeah.
And like he was getting mad, but no one knew it was on because no one could hear.
They had an app with it at one time. There probably still is.
Yeah.
And some of the kids tried to get into Coach Waukee. They were trying it on Coach Waukee in his room. Of course, he had no idea because he couldn't hear anything.
Oh, that was a bad deal in football.
But they tried it with
Yellow
me,
cross.
and I couldn't hear it either. And everybody else, most of the kids in the room were like, "Whoa!" And I'm going,
Is it like a bad sound?
it's just
Here, I'll
like a
show
real
you.
high pitch.
It's a real high pitched thing. It just
But
hurts.
honestly, you're like,
I
so
don't
some
know
people
why,
can
like,
hear
I
it, some people
can't.
can't. Oh, that's
So if you
Yeah,
can
it's
hear, does that mean
Do
like
it,
you're just
Brianna.
like you have superpowers?
No,
No.
it just
Clevenger,
means
would you like to learn?
adults' ears are a little more damaged than kids.
Did I? Okay.
Mr.
Yeah, I
Clevenger,
don't
you want to hear a new word?
A new word?
A new word that we learned in English today.
Oh my gosh.
You wanna hear us pronounce?
What?
Chaos? Are we gonna create chaos in here?
It has
It's
29
it's the
letters.
longest word.
Which one is it?
Discombobulation.
It's not supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
No.
It's a medical term. It has like bugs and all.
What?
That sounds like the
And
good
it's
doctors.
It's the action or habit of estimating something is worthless.
Hey, is that?
That's what it means.
I don't know how to do this.
Sounds worthless.
I really don't know how to do this.
All right,
Oh.
I did hear that. I did hear that one.
What was that?
Try it again.
Oh, whatever.
Try it again.
Does it have different ones? I couldn't hear that one.
What?
I can't hear it.
I can
I can't hear it.
John, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
You can't hear
I'm not
that?
hearing that one.
Can you not hear?
Oh, I can hear it.
I can hear it.
You can hear that?
I can't.
No one heard it.
No one else can hear it.
You know what is interesting? Is on the point you guys are going,
And you're like, what?
I can feel my eardrums doing something, but I can't hear.
Wait, Brett, do that really high pitched one. You can't hear that?
No.
I feel my ears.
Oh my gosh,
are
I'm so sensitive to that.
I didn't even feel anything.
Oh, I can hear that one, Graham.
That was nasty.
So what's this?
Stop. That one like
I
hurts my
can't hear
teeth.
that
one.
I can't hear it.
Stop.
Oh, I can hear that one.
All right,
That one's the worst
Hey,
one.
Graham, let's,
That one right there.
I feel like
Just hold it down.
okay, call it a day.
That was just gonna mess with Quinn all the time.
You didn't give me that.
The quietest one is the worst one.
I don't hear right there. Is it bad? Do I hear
I'm gonna do that to my dog.
They're pretty fun. All right, did you move everything from bottom up, or did you just
I didn't.
combine things the way they are?
I
moved
got
everything.
that.
There's just an easier way because
I flipped everything off, combined it, and then moved the ones from off.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm leaving the stuff that's on top the way it is. I'm gonna take I already reduced my 5 over 20, 1 over 25 down. The k to the negative fourth becomes k to the fourth when I move it up, and m to the negative second becomes m to the second. So I have 1/5. My j to the negative third is the only one I have for it. K to the sixth, m to the negative fourth. Now I want to write those. I want to write that with positive exponents. My 1 is on top. 1 times the k to the sixth, I could just write that as k to the sixth. Okay? And my 5 is going to be on bottom with these items I'm moving down to make that j to the third, m to the fourth.
Oh,
you got the one on there?
So I don't need the 1, but I can take the 1.
you have to
Okay.
put that K
Oh, I
on
get
the
it
top.
now.
This is no.
I got it right.
didn't do that.
Oh, I see,
got it
I see.
right.
It's already a positive
Because
exponent,
there's
I'm
a
not gonna
one
move it.
for-
Hey, wait a second.
All of this
yeah. You just have
is
to
over
flip it.
1.
Oh.
That's easy.
Now,
That's
Gage,
why
just in case, let me look at this the other way. This may be easier for some of you to look at it this way. Because again, there are multiple ways of doing this, so whatever works easiest for you, I'm good with. If you want to go straight to the answer,
You look it up.
then we can still reduce our 1 over 25 to 1/5.
And you
And
can
now, this is the only j variable I have. So go ahead and move it down. I have a k to the second and a k to the negative fourth. Now, think about this. If you take the k to the second down, that becomes k to the negative fourth minus 2. So it'd be k to the negative 6. So that negative ends up on bottom. So I'm going to look at this and go, okay, if I move it up, I change the sign to plus 4, then it's already where it needs to be, k to the 6. And then which one would give me the positive exponent? Taking the negative 6 and adding it down, or taking the negative 2 and adding it up?
adding it to
Adding it down.
down.
Writing it down.
Take this, change my sign, adding 6 down here is going to give me a positive exponent. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So either way is fine with me. You're doing the same thing here, it's just organizing it a little bit so you can see them all cleanly. But if you're good with this, do it that way. Is that a little better for you, seeing it like that? Okay.
And it doesn't have to be in like any specific order.
No, not at all. And I wouldn't have to have the 1 even, because 1 times k to 6 is just k to 6. Order of magnitude is used to compare measures and to estimate and perform rough calculations. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Order of magnitude
Too much.
of a quantity is the number rounded to its nearest power of 10. So your powers of 10, if we come over here, powers of 10 are 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, so on. Those are your powers of 10, your order of magnitudes. So if you look at the number 95 billion, it's going to be closest to, is it going to be closer to 100 billion or closer to 10 billion? 100 billion. So the order of magnitude would be 100 billion, or 10 to the 11th power.
So they can-
We still need 5 million. That's
Still a long ways, isn't it?
math.
But it's
a long
still
ways, but oh my
as
God.
far as closer to one or the other. Okay? An adult human weighs about 70 kilograms, an adult dairy cow weighs about 700 kilograms. Their weights differ by an order of 1. One order of magnitude. Why is this? Is 700 or is 70 closer to 10 or 100? 100, and we write the value of 100 and as a power of 10 is 10 to the second. Is 700 closer to 100 or 1,000?
1,000.
And that's a power of 3, 10 to the third. And so they differ by 1 order of magnitude. Of magnitude. Okay? Order meaning they're in order, so how far are they separated? Based on their exponent, right? And that's why it's 1 degree, 1 order of magnitude. So each magnitude is the difference from one to the next power 10.
So why can't you just say like, why can't you just write out the number? Or why do you have to make it next to
What?
Because it's easier to see it. You can still do it with your zeros, writing out the numbers as zeros. Ram, are you pushing? Oh, I thought you were hitting frequencies and stuff. Okay, suppose the average height of a man is about 1.7 meters and the average height of an ant is 0.0008 meters. How many order of magnitudes as tall as an ant is the man? Okay, so the man is 1.7 meters. What is that closer to? Is that closer to 10 to the first, or the value of 10, or is it closer to 1? It's closer to 1. So that'd be 10 to the first. And how many degrees of magnitude? I'm just writing it as a fraction of the human over the ant. Yes, ma'am?
Wouldn't it be 10 to the 0?
Yes, because anything to the 0th is 1, because 10 to the first would be 10. Thank you. 10 to the 0th. And then 0.0008. Okay, what decimal place is this in? Tenths, hundreds, thousandths, 10 thousandths. So it's 8 10,000ths. So is that closer to 1 10,000ths or 1
I don't
thousandths?
know.
One
1
10,000.
10,000.
1 9 million.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna go 10,000.
So let's see, 0.0008.
Would that be
Is it closer to that one, or is it closer to that one?
Bottom one. That'd be 100.
This would be 1 tenths, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. This would be 1 100,000ths. This one would be 1 1,000th.
How?
1 100,000th.
Well, let's do this. What if we put a 0 behind each of these?
Oh,
Yeah, I knew it.
It's not even that, is it?
No.
Because I could put the 1 here.
So why'd you move the 1?
I just changed, I went and found a different decimal value. Wouldn't 80 be closer to 100 if we were to use these place values? So this would be, that 0.8 would be, or 0.008 would be closer to that value. And what is the decimal value for that?
Equal the same thing as 100.
No, it doesn't. It's a thousandths. So 10 to
So
the,
confusing.
the thousandths place is 10 to the negative third. So how many orders of magnitude taller is the male or the human?
3.
That's the difference in those exponents.
How would that?
I'm so confused.
How's a man only 3 times as big as an ant?
The 3 magnitude.
How would that even work though?
What do you mean?
Because
It's 10,000.
that doesn't.
Yeah,
make
10,000
sense.
ants.
I don't know how to put this.
Ants are like that.
Oh, they did it a little differently.
Half a pound.
They did it much differently, actually. You want to see how they did it?
Yeah, I know.
It would have been a lot easier. So I went through and found each number and then just found the difference. What they did is they took the 1.7 divided by the 0.08, and to calculate that gives you 2,125.
What? Oh.
Oh, and then you find the
Sorry.
counterpart.
And then is that closer to 1,000 or 10,000?
1,000.
It's closer to 1,000, so that's 10 to the third, so it's 3 magnitudes. A lot better?
Yeah.
How do you know what?
Wait, is divide this?
Because 2,000 has to be between the 2 magnitudes, or the 2 powers of 10 that you're talking about. So the smaller value, less than that is 100, isn't it? No, sorry, 1,000. And the power of 10 that's higher is 10,000. So it has to fall between those and it's closer to. Okay? Order of magnitude. So it has to be talking about order of magnitude. You're looking for the difference of the 2 exponents. So astronomy. Let's talk about Earth. Earth has a mass of about 10 to the 27th. The order of magnitude of Milky Way is 10 to the 44th. How many orders of magnitude as big as the Milky Way galaxy is Earth?
What?
How much bigger, based on the orders of magnitude, is the Milky Way to the Earth?
Oh,
Can we subtract
13.
this lot?
No, no.
Not quite 13, maybe more.
17.
Subtract your exponents.
Yeah.
Would be 10 to the 17th So that'd be an order of 17.
17
orders of magnitude.
I mean, that's not that hard if we just do the word problems like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preach it, Quinn, preach it. You should tell these people.
They
Call them
need-
up and say, change your book.
I'm down. I'm down.
You have someone who's really good at writing right in this really good
That would
note.
be awesome if every math answer was that.
Oh.
Scratch that.
Oh.
I need one.
Good. That means it smells bad.
You don't need paper.
You just weren't exposed to as much.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
No, Corey, it's just
Well, I
that,
guess fall
that
off.
makes my head hurt.
It's just like a really. Tell me what I heard.
Dude, now I wish I could. I wish I could.
I
Wish you
don't.
could hear it.
I'm glad I can't hear it.
Go around. It's a pressure.
How can you feel it but not hear it?
It's like a pressure.
How can you feel it in your ears but you can't hear it?
It's like a pressure, but you
Dude,
can't
I can
hear
feel
it in
the
your
pressure
brain.
in my ears.
That doesn't make sense.
pressing it right now?
Really high-pitched noise and it's like,
Do you need my lesson?
I feel the
That's why I
pressure.
put a 0 on it.
I really
Go ahead and set it
Oh.
down on the desk.
Wait, are you pressing it right now?
Press it and see if they hear it. Hey, Daddy, we're problems.
Madeline.
Smarty pants. I erased 19 to begin with. I rewrote it. So.
Maybe a court dog.
Are you?